So this is the position between Valery Neverov, who had the white pieces, and Levan Pantsulai on board number 1. Here, white has just moved his rook back and attacked the queen. Black played the move queen to g4. This turned out to be a mistake, and this is the position which you should solve. He should have gone queen to g2, threatening a mate on a2, and the position would be still unclear. But queen g4 was played, attacking the rook, and so this bishop cannot be taken. What is it that white played here that made black nearly resign the game? Okay, I hope you took some time for this position to solve. This is the first one of the 5 tactical puzzles for the day, and the right move is the very cute rook to a1. Because if the rook is taken, then you have queen to b8 check, king h7, queen h8, king g6, and it's a very nice mate. Hence, the rook cannot be taken, and you have actually saved your rook from d1, and if this guy moves, say to rook c8, then black simply loses a piece. In this way, Neverov was able to win a piece and finally the game. Well, this is the board 2 position and the second tactical puzzle for you. The last move that was played was bishop b7 by black. It's Tersahakyan Samuel, the Armenian GM, against Nuber Shah Sheikh with the black pieces. How would you continue here with white? White to play. Okay, the way white played here was so energetic that he forced resignation within a few moves. First, the knight jumped to g5, attacking these pawns. The threat is very simple: knight into e6, f into e6, bishop e6 check, and rook takes c7. So Nuber tried to defend against this with knight to f8. Now everything looks covered, but white unleashed another powerful move, which was f5, and after this move these pawns are becoming extremely weak. There's absolutely no play for black, and so he defended with rook to e8, but next came bishop into e6. Now the bishop on c7 is hanging. He took with the knight, and after f into e6, rook a1, e into f7, this was already game over. Well, this is the game between India's newly minted IM Sagar Shah, who was playing with the white pieces, against Peter Koschenko. This is one of my favorite positions for the day. It's black to move, so take your time. What would you do here? Well, black surprised Sankalp completely with the move in this position b5. As you can see, the rook is hanging on a8. However, it's completely taboo, because if you take queen takes a8, and in comes bishop b7, and if you even try to save this knight, save this queen somehow, it's going to be trapped later with bishop to c5. So this is already completely losing. Also, you have grave number of threats. In fact, after queen a7, knight into h3 would also be a very powerful move to end the game. And so he couldn't really take the rook here. He had to play, and if you even took bishop a into b5, you have bishop b7, simply finishing off the game. So b5 turned out to be a very strong move. Sankalp went bishop d3, and after knight d3, queen d3, black was already better. He played b4, rook a d1, bishop b7, and he had a clear advantage. Koschenko went on to win the game. This was the biggest fight of the round. It lasted for more than 5 hours. White was Abhijit Gupta, and black was Himal Gusen. And here you can see that although white has a queen, he's completely lost because there is a pawn on a2 all ready to queen. So your question is, what would you do here as black, and how would you win the game? Okay, I hope you thought about this position and that you could find the very simple plan which Himal didn't find in the game. Just bring your rook back to e8. If white does check, then keep your king on g8 where there will be no further checks, and then rook b8 to b1, and it's game over. So this was the simple plan that had to be executed in the game. However, Himal went with king to g6. He took the pawn on f6, and later on the game ended in a very topsy-turvy draw. But Rook e8 to b8 and b1 would have ended Abhijit's unbeaten streak at the tournament. Well, this game, the last position of the day is between M.R. Venkatesh with the white pieces and Shankar Shashelke with black. And here, the combination is very pretty, so I would like you to think for white, what would you do here? Well, generally queen h5 is the normal move. You play h6 and then f4, and white has a very typical King's Indian attack like position. However, what Venkatesh played was very nice and tactical. He took the pawn on d5, and you might think what is happening, but the idea is that after e into d5, you don't play a queen to h5 but queen f5, threatening a mate here, and after g6, queen f6 check, king g8, and the loose knight on c6 falls with a continuous attack, and in this way white wins the game. That's 5 positions for you, and I hope you had a good time.